we're live, so
I see a red light, so that means we're live. Hi.
Okay.
Welcome to the monthly Cultural Affairs and Tourism meeting and advertisement of what's going on in Brockton.
And we don't have our banner up because we've all been stuck in traffic.
Yes, I've been in traffic for 5 hours today. Anne went to a conference and was sitting in traffic, so, whew.
Yeah.
Well, on tonight we have Pat Monteith is on here, and do you have an announcement, Pat?
No, actually I'm just finishing up. You know what? Do you want to wait till I get home in like 4 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah.
We can jibber jabber for 4 minutes. There's enough things.
We have plenty of things to announce, so sure, no problem.
Or I can talk, whatever you want me to do.
It's up to you. You can go ahead and talk.
Yeah, please talk. Yeah.
All right, well, I am just finishing up doing shows at all 11 elementary schools for the third graders. By the time I finish with the planetarium shows tomorrow night, I will have done programs for all 1,200 students in the third grade in Brockton.
Wow.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you have been busy. That's an understatement.
Yeah, understatement.
Yeah.
What an
And what's going to happen
Yeah.
is on Monday, we're going to be sending the projector out to be upgraded.
Whoa.
While that happens, it's going to take about a month. And while that happens, we're not going to be able to do any programs at all. So we're at probably doing something with the Council on Aging in August.
Okay.
So we're calling the month of July Pat's Vacation.
Yeah, beach day, beach day. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, that's wonderful.
Well,
and,
that's great for the third graders, for that many
wow.
to see the program, and that is wonderful. So
Yeah,
thank you for all you do, Pat. I mean, it's like
you're much appreciated. And we also want to mention that Pat was at an event at the George School on Friday with the kids with science with the Wildlands Trust component Manomet, which does an education piece and goes into the schools, and the kids were absolutely thrilled to what they're doing, what they're learning about the environment, and how they can protect the planet. So
cool.
It's just really impressive stuff going on as kids get ready to get out of school, which is a week from today.
Yes.
June 20th.
June 20th for some.
Yeah,
June 19th for others. June 17th for as early as June 17th for some, but. Easton's out of school already, so it's like, wow.
They're not as smart as we are. So
there we are.
There we are. Oh, man.
We'll go with that.
Okay,
It comes to my favorite time of the year. Not that because I don't like the heat for the summer, but it means that there's no school buses on the road when I want to go somewhere in Brockton. So that makes it my favorite time of the year. One thing that's on all summer is the farmers market. On Friday morning, I think it's from 10 to 2.
Yes.
And they're in a different, I think they're in a different location.
In City Hall.
At City Hall, but it's a different part of it.
A different location due to the
construction.
Yeah, I know. Well, I would call. What do they call that? They have restoration.
Restoration. We'll give it the fancy. We'll give it the fancy word.
It's true.
The last time that City Hall was restored was back in 1972 when they did it.
Yeah.
They actually used this building, this church building, before we opened our school, for parts of City Hall.
Wow.
So, this was a long time ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yep.
Over 50 years. So,
I know. It was time for it. So again, that's a big thing that's coming up every week during the summer.
It just started last week.
The road races is...
The last one is June 15th. Saturday, June 15th, 47 years, and they're retiring.
That is this Saturday morning. So,
a lot going on.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to think what else I saw. I know Anne's got on the notes here. And I'm gonna let her cover most of those because she may have a little bit more insight than I do. But our next meeting is confirmed. No, it's not confirmed because Ann said orally to me before we started recording a particular date, so I need to
Can
look.
you confirm that, please?
Okay, she told me 10th, but it's actually July 11th.
Okay, I stand corrected.
It is written correctly on the agenda.
Yeah.
That's why I had to double check it. So
Okay,
July
no,
11th, we'll
yeah.
be back here with more events of what's happening in the summer. So Ann, if you want to come and
Make some
give us,
announcements.
give us what's going on.
Yeah. We want to thank Pat for, how I say, joining us. We realize it's the beginning of summer, and we know it, but the thing is there's so much stuff going on. So we have the announcement of the farmers market, and again, that's at City Hall Plaza, 10 to 2, and let's see here. We mentioned the last road race in the history of the universe, Saturday, June 15th. Whoops, I keep on doing that. For the people.
No,
I have to
don't
look
look at
here.
the screen, you're looking at the camera.
Now I'm being, okay, and I don't have my uniform on, and we don't have the banner up because we both bolted in here. He was coming from Gardner, and I was coming from Andover. And let me tell you, I don't know why people spend so much money on their houses, they're never home. But anyway, we wanted to also mention that, let's see, there's about 8 different events here going on here. And again, Thursday, July 11th, 6 p.m., we'll send you the instructions, the address for the Zoom call. And please, call us. Call me at 774-297-4939. Again, that number is 774-297-4939 for any announcements you have, any kind of information you want. We're going to have more people here next month. We miss our buddy Felicita, so I'm going to have to check out that because she'll be talking about the Cape Verdean Festival. We have someone else talking about a Haitian event coming up too. I mean, there's a variety of different things. So we talked about the road race. We also wanted to highlight, there's a gentleman, Philip Hisoris, that puts these poetry events together. And in celebration of Juneteenth, there's a poetry event at the Brockton Public Library on Saturday, June 15th, and he gets something every month. Yeah, I mean, he really, all different themes, all different opportunities for people to read poetry and meet some remarkable and recognized and published poets. And that's all happening. Okay, meanwhile, Juneteenth is going 12 to 6. Celebration. This is the African American Association of Brockton at the old fairgrounds. This is all free entry, and want people to know about that. The concerts for Heights Crossing through the city and the local cultural council grant Heights Crossing. I'm gonna spell that right here. Okay, begin. I want to say July 10th, right after the holiday. And can't believe we're even talking about that now. It's just going because we have 2 holidays. We have Juneteenth on Wednesday, June 19th. And I'm going to go back to that because evidently there's festivities at the Arnone School that day, so you might be able to want to check those out. Again, that's free to the public. Okay, and I'm going to go back to the Heights Crossing concerts. Those are free. They usually start about 6 p.m. and they begin on, I want to say it's Thursday, July 11th. But you might want to check that because I've seen a couple of flyers, and you see a bunch of flyers, and you get an email blast, and you're like, okay. Meanwhile, Brockton Community Access is closed on Saturdays during the summer because, hey, it's summer, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on that they'll be covering during the week. Excuse me. Now, I mentioned the Juneteenth celebration. Summer solstice is on Friday, June 21st. That's another free event from 3 to 6 at the Keith Park, which is the intersection of Plain, Main, and Montello. And this is a wonderful park and just, very passive. A lot of good things going on, a lot of free activities. And it's a great way to kick off summer. Also, let's remember that Wednesday, June 19th, is a national holiday, Juneteenth, in observation of the Emancipation Proclamation. Okay, which kind of leads us to, I just talked about summer solstice, that's kind of weather related and excitement related, but on Saturday, June 13th,
No,
It-
June 15th.
no, July 13th, forgive me, should be the reading of Frederick Douglass. You probably think we're all crazy here today, yes? Frederick Douglass reading, okay, and there's been a lot of activity going on. They did a lot of cleanup last month, they really, how would I say, spiffed the place up, all these volunteers, and, to highlight Frederick Douglass and, all the, how would I say it, setups there. Meanwhile, I want to mention, yes, we'll be back here next month to highlight activities going on in July. The Cape Verdean Festival is always a huge event, and the concert series, and the farmers market, and the summer reading program. Those of you that are in a school, can't forget that, and other activities that take place at the various schools and playgrounds during the summer months. And don't forget that. And also, I also want to mention too, we want everybody to have a safe July 4th. I wanted to mention too, this is an election year, so people want to make sure they're registered to vote. And you can do that at City Hall. If you have a driver's license from Massachusetts, you can do it online, or you can go to the Registry of Motor Vehicles. So there's a lot of options there. The other, what I wanted to, mention too is, want to make sure that people are safe over the summer. Summer is terrific, it's wonderful, it's great, but you have to be careful to protect yourself, except if there's excessive heat. Let's remember, check on our elderly and shut-ins. Also, let's watch the kids. Now we are happy that we won't be stuck behind too many school buses on our way to the office. But in the meantime, that means those kids that are normally on the bus going to school are on their bikes, running around, and they're playing around, because good for them, And so that's what we're going to be alert on. Also want to remind people, it is tick season. Actually now tick season is almost all year round. But we need to, caution yourself with that. And there's a variety of information. Plymouth County Extension can go online at various, treatment information. I wanted to also mention that the Fuller Craft Museum has a lot of activities going on. They're open Tuesday through Sunday, and it's always free to the Brockton residents. Let's see here. What else did I want to mention to you? They still have that program that kicks off after the school kids, the end school year. Every Friday, they have free museum passes and activity passes, zoos, and there's a list usually of 5 or 6 each Friday throughout the state that you can take advantage of from right before July 4th till right before Labor Day. And I think that's pretty cool, because there's a whole lot of places that are a whole lot of fun that you can go and check out. So that, and granted, it's not in Brockton, but anyway. Meanwhile, you can always find out about volunteering at Brockton Community Access that allows us to show this and make these announcements by calling 508-580-2228. And they're open 10 to 8, Monday through Friday right now, because again, they're on summer schedule. And finding it out, except for Wednesday, where they will be closed. So will City Hall. So will the post office. So will some banks. Trying to think of what, those are the first things that came to my mind. Courthouses, etc. So we want to let you know about that. We also want to remind people that there's activities at the Council on Aging, and also if we have severe excessive heat, there's always announcements for cooling stations. So always remember that. It doesn't cost you anything. You can go in there and cool off. And I believe I've covered pretty much everything that's going on for, and today, again, is June 13th, and tomorrow's Flag Day. And there will be a variety of flag raisings throughout the summer to celebrate the various nations that are in our community. and, besides our own, and, how they're part of ours. And, I really wanted to emphasize that. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to call us. Call me at 774-297-4939. Again, that number is 774-297-4939, and pass it on. Pastor Reed posts happening in Brockton, and this is a website situation, and it promotes small businesses. It promotes activities going on, and I just remembered everything we brought up so far is free. Yes, at farmers markets you have to pay for the food, or if there's vendors at Juneteenth celebration, for example, which there are going to be, that they're selling items that will cost you. But I do want to mention another event that's going on. It's a fundraiser, two other fundraisers. One on Saturday, June 15th, and that is an event at a place called Anne's Palace downtown. And this fundraiser, $20 a head, is for funding for, what do we call those? Field trips and sports equipment for South Middle School. And this is put together by a guy named Jim Stapleton. Meanwhile, the Brockton Garden Club is going to be all over the place this summer, tending to beautification of this city. And you're more than welcome to join us. And trying to think, excuse me, it's also allergy season. Thank you. What can I say there? But what I also, continue to mention here is, again, if there are other activities that we might not have been made aware of to announce at this point, but as I was saying with Pastor Reed, you can send it to Happening in Brockton.
No, send it to rdrconsult@gmail.com.
rdrconsult@gmail.com.
And we'll put it on happeninginbrockton.com.
gmail.com. But I also wanted to mention with that there's another fundraiser, and this one is to address domestic violence. And this is a wonderful group here, and Love Foundation, and they're doing their walk in heels at DW Field Park on Saturday, June 22nd. And, again, so we say this too, one, because you can, make a contribution, or two, walk, and three, to know that there are organizations such as this. But lastly, what we also want you to realize is that means the park is blocked off, because cars can't be driving over people. So, that's, yeah, no, and that's a thought, strategize. And there'll be, like I said, there's limited types of activities, there's unlimited types of activities going on, again, as we bring this out. So I don't know, do you have anything else to mention?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you Thursday, July 11th, okay.
You will not be able to attend this because it's already happened, but this morning they had the unveiling and dedication of the marvelous Marvin Hagler statue down where his gym was. So I was hoping to be there. I have it on my calendar, but I discovered that you cannot be in two places at once, and so that's been a long time problem. So and I don't see any solution on the horizon. So that was this morning, and one of the things you can do besides checking happeninginbrockton.com, the things that get on there are people that notify us. I always get a press release from Anne for any event she knows about, and that goes on there right away. There's several small businesses that are here in Brockton that we recommend that you support as much as possible. Let's see, what else was there? So that's happeninginbrockton.com, and we're glad to be able to put as many things on there for people of Brockton to do. And one of the things throughout the summer that Anne did not mention, but this is a real good thing for you. It's a safety tip: hydrate.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you stay hydrated through the summer, because that's the biggest problem. We know it here at the church because we're right across the street from Fire Station 3. So we watch them go out all the time, and they've even had to come here.
Uh-oh.
Now, it's the shortest commute for them. They could have walked across the street, but we did have somebody that had a hydration problem.
Oh,
That's
no.
what it was. So,
Oh,
anyway, so that's just a tip for the summer.
Remain
And
hydrated, yeah.
we will look forward to seeing you on July 11th
Yep.
at 6 p.m. with more activities for
And I
the
have
city
two-
of Brockton.
I just said I have two more.
And see, I knew if I talked long enough, Ann would think of something
Oh,
else.
I have two more, well, two in different situations here. One of the things that I remembered is we have a new baseball team, and yes, the Knockouts, the New England Knockouts, and again, apparently the tickets are very reasonable, and people have a good time. The Rocks are also here. Now, I don't know their schedules, but you can also call City Hall, Mayor's office, and speak to Suzanne McCormick. She's gonna love me for this. Yeah, 508-580-7123, and she can, blast you that information. And I thought of that. And also the swimming pool, Manning Pool, will be open. I believe it's the end of the month. Okay. Again, I suggest that you check that for sure. But that's just an example of somebody.
Go to brocktonma.us.
Yeah, Brockton.
Which is a city website, and the calendar will give you anything they have found.
Yeah, again, so, we're just passing on all this great stuff. So again, happy July 4th, happy summer, and stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you in a month. Can't even believe I'm saying that. Okay, have a good night. Thank you. Okay.
Night.
Night, thank you. All right. Wow.
All right, take care, Pat.